Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Era Chapters mod. We're back here with our war against the Dutch. Now, it's taken a lot longer for me to prepare this attack than I had planned. However, the Dutch were able to bring in a second full stack. As you can note here, they are replenishing troops, and that's because the Hessians decided to attack their troops. And so we have slight amount of losses on their first army here, but just note how they have stacked artillery in this army. 6-pounder, 4-pounder, another 6-pounder, yet another 6-pounder, and a 12-pounder, for a total of 5 batteries just in the first army, while this army has 2 12-pounders. And then the follow-up army has another 4, but I'm trying to bring up as many troops as possible here. And also, the rebellion units keep adding on. I don't know, we have 4 of them right now. Also, we have the larger Haubitzen on their way right now. The 10 and 7-pounders. Hopefully we'll be able to use them in battle here, possibly. And more troops being recruited, specialty cavalry and so on. Mecklenburg and Sweden they're really continuing the war. Since Sweden has taken over Denmark, Mecklenburg has decided to invade and burn down a lot of properties on their way towards Copenhagen. And Copenhagen looks like they're gonna have revolts. I wonder if they're gonna have the same revolts as me, these toothless, aimless gentlemen that's just gonna stand there holding pistols, looking into the sky for good weather or something. I don't know what they're looking for. Or if there's gonna actually be something that potentially, together with Mecklenburg, might be able to oust the Swedes out of Copenhagen. Also, now that my port is open, because we are no longer at war with Sweden, I've been able to build a little bit of a fleet. So we got trade fleet that is on its way to go ahead and trade. I don't think we're gonna fight Sweden again. If we were to fight Sweden again, it would be... the best would be to actually keep these ships with 58 guns here. I can build, let's see, I can build 4 of them, 4 Indiaman ships that actually have some power to actually project some power on the seas, since they carry 58 guns and 140 crew. Compared to the other ships that I can build, the merchantmen, which have 12 guns, and I'm not entirely sure how they've not even half the crew, 52 men. Right, so that's what's going on right now. Also, the British are doing well in their war against the Spanish. It could be that the Spanish capital falls pretty darn soon as well. So we have the British completely taking control of the Spanish peninsula there, or the Iberian Peninsula, I might say, not to offend the Portuguese. So that's going on. My plan here, though, is I do not want to hold back here and wait for all these reinforcements and stuff to come in. I want to attack, but to do that, what I want to do is I want to use my spies to go ahead and sabotage this army, so that it won't be able to reinforce the army up here. But that's the plan anyways. If this is not successful, which it wasn't, I think we're gonna have to wait, because I don't think I'll be able to march through on the attack, take on 5 batteries, and then expected to march on to another army that's coming up in reinforcements. Not without my own reinforcements to bring in. So I think for now we're gonna have to wait at least until this one can actually follow me across the bridge. And with that, I'm going to end turn. The Austrians, or our daft cousins, in the south come with a demand. They want public schooling, and they want me to break the trade agreement with France. In return, they're gonna pay me the not so great sum of 680. That is ridiculous, Austria. Maybe I'd consider breaking the trade agreement, but giving you public schooling as well, and for the measly sum of 680. What are you? You are spectacular in wealth, yet you offer me 680. Completely worthless. While we're here, actually, I'm noticing that the flag over Warsaw is tattered. Could there be a rebellion brewing over there? Or is it just winter attrition that the Russians been out patrolling in the winter? I'm hoping for a rebellion, and I can sweep in and take it. And I don't have to worry about this blob of Russians in behind the line, as it were. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn down this offer. The Dutch Navy attacks. I'm gonna retreat, but I fear they might be able to chase me down. Right, we have... Oh! Jacquard loom! Finally! Everyone's favorite loom. The Jacquard loom. Wonderful. Alliance broken in between Bavaria and Saxony. There's a lot of... lots of people have died. God damn it. Workers' riot. Supply warehouse in Hanover is destroyed. Tons of troops recruited. Cannons and such. Public servant. That's... We're gonna have to take a look at that. Natural causes. One of my generals... Oh, a general in the capital. Then I don't have to worry about that. Gentlemen! Hegel. George Friedrich Hegel has died. Not so good. And my spy. Why do everyone keep dying? What is up with this? Oh, yes. And since I can't recruit any troops here anyways, it's all militia before as well, I've gone ahead and decided to make it into civil administration rather than military. So we'll hope that that works out. Once again, the war back and forth here. The Austrians keep taking it and then they keep losing it. Winter attrition, but apparently not significant enough to tell me who died. The Dutch didn't follow me to break me up against the Swedish coast. And with that, I'm gonna head back to port. And we're gonna have to wait until we go on a trade expedition against the wishes of the Dutch. Right, also here, I'm not entirely sure. The Dutch sent out half their full stack here to chase down the force that they had defeated earlier, the Hessian force. But somehow managed to sneak around me while doing it. And so now we have a Dutch force kind of stuck behind enemy lines, or, well, our lines, which should make it a lot easier for me to attack and destroy them here. Also, we got more troops coming in. Another specialty heavy cavalry unit, Cuirassier regiment, and then the howitzers. We've got musketeers on the way, and now more musketeers and two 12-pounders coming from Berlin as well. And all the way over here we've got the 10th Hussar regiment, which is on the way, and over here we got another, the last of the heavy cuirassiers, the Balisod, or Balisod, whatever, Bal something. From a, oh yeah, this. No, it seems like this area is fine. I guess the Russians were just out patrolling in the snow and forgot to go inside. Right, we'll hope that. I wanted to do it. I want to do it as much as possible, to do as few battles as possible, or like to drag it all into one big battle. But it looks like we're gonna have to have two battles here. First one just to defeat this little group, and then crossing the bridge to attack this force right here. and then potentially a third, which I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to conduct. Oh, the spy was executed through that. Could be that the previous spy that died of natural causes might also have died due to that. Oh, and I completely forgot one of my ministers died. But I don't think he was actually... I think he's a public servant, perhaps among these gentlemen. Because as far as I can see, I have not lost anyone of note here. So it must have been one of those guys. In terms of technology, we're going for the power loom. The power loom is not as popular, and diamond formation is not necessary. But right now, I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the battle side. So I'm thinking we're going to lead with the reinforcement army, and then once that's done, we'll jump onto this. So it could very well be that this one decides to retreat, which is actually perfect because I don't have to fight them. Right, there is high chance of interception here. Clearly not. I'm gonna bring everyone up. Stay close to me, battle buddy. Right, there we go. We attack this force, and they are not actually getting support from the main army, which is great because now we have, or the Dutch really have split themselves in two in their front position, which means that I should be able to take this place pretty easily, and I will be able to reconquer this province in 2 battles. I don't have to worry too much about running out the time of this episode. It would have been nice if I'd been able to get 2 of my armies against 2 of theirs. But, as you were, this Adam gentleman has screwed himself over. And that is just as well. Makes this a lot easier for me. This is my second attempt at doing battle. The first one had a random crash, and the only thing that's the same is, well, a lot, because I'm marching up the same way and they're at the same angle and everything there. But one thing that I found funny was both times the enemy general, the enemy main general, got hit by a stray 12-pounder gun shot, because he's acting as cavalry, and cavalry sits behind the artillery to protect it. It's obviously getting hit because that's, I mean, their artillery is what I'm aiming for with my guns. Let's see about not making this too long of a battle. I'm gonna get all my light troops into the woods. Then I'm gonna get 4 units of infantry over there. I'm gonna get the rest of the infantry to be marching on a flanking mission here together with the cavalry. And meanwhile, I hope that my battery is blowing them away. The problem that I'm having is that their 6-pounders, of course, they're defending, so they've been able to shoot a lot more cannonballs than us. But also, I believe they fire faster than us, so they've actually been able to inflict quite a bit of damage on the troops that are marching up here. And they've specifically been aiming for Yangban, and maybe they haven't. Last time they were aiming a lot for Gibbon's brigade, to the point where he had lost 60 soldiers before I'd marched up, but it seems like they're aiming somewhere else now, which is good. My troops, though, I like how the guard unit was winded, just like the other ones, I think, until it got hit by a cannonball, that it became active. Maybe all the tired people died when they got shot to pieces. I'm gonna start marching across here. The light troops gonna start marching up through the woods. Hopefully soak up a lot of shot. I like how I said that the Gibbon's brigade lost so many men last time marching up, but I was hoping to avoid that this time around. Or maybe I just implied it. And then within like one or two cannon shots, they've already lost 40 men. Because they all pack together so tightly. The guys, they don't know what to do. It became Italian Trump. That's what. Oh yeah, now I've already lost 60 men. Great. I'll see about maybe unnerving them by moving all my cavalry over here. Problem with the snow is we get tired if we run. These guys are fresh, and this musketeer here is fresh. Damn, they keep putting so much shot into the guard battalion. That might change as the light troops are now coming up through the woods, and the flanking force, which includes Youngban and his unit, which I believe turned out to be grenadiers. It's going to come in and swing around on this side. And now that the cavalry comes around, could maybe send in the cavalry this to deal with the enemy. Last time around, but by the time I was ready to conduct my attack, my cannons had actually broken the first 6-pounder system. But then I took a lot longer time to march into position. Let's get these two quickly here, and then get these two quickly there. And I think we'll just march into these positions, not fire. Right, it seems like the guns have fallen silent for some reason. Maybe they ran out of shot, who knows? Or they're just moving their own troops in front of it. Okay, this unit is turning to face us. Let's order the lights to run into position here the last bit, so they start firing. These two are starting to receive fire. I want to move up quite a bit and then fire at close range. And then I want to see a Youngman. They're already turning against Youngman in this unit, so I'm going to move up here hard as well. Start shooting. And let's get all of these guys in order as well. And the cavalry to start moving closer. The Jaegers, they're redeploying. They're not actually retreating. Kind of looked like they had a unit that was broken there. That's a Youngban. His unit's moving up here.
We have killed their general, sir.
Oh, there goes
now
another
they must
general.
break.
Kind of looks like the Jaegers are running away. But I can't see... they are... Oh wait, they are routing. The unnamed Hussar is going to go chase them down. And at this point it's time for my 12-pounder to hold fire. Because we've gotten so close that there's a high risk of friendly fire. Right, let's keep up the pressure here. Move these three forwards. Right, go ahead and get those. We've already lost 70 men here. 40 here, and almost 100 out of the 5th. And very few Dutch troops have died. I'm not entirely sure how this unit has managed to position itself. Oh, there's one. There's lost over 100 men. Point blank range there from the 5th. Rest of an enemy bodyguard comes out. I'm gonna counter charge him. We've got 3 units here. I think you can move all the way up here because of the terrain, this kind of backside of the hill here. And right now we have 4 units all kind of moving on this one right here. And I think we can continue moving forward. Let's hold a little bit here with the cavalry or get them up in line before we prepare for the last attack. So now 2 units here have lost over 100 men. Looks like we did break this unit, which I want to make sure that I run down. So I'm going to send the units around to get that, and troops are going to come really close to the enemy here. And they're going to take this place, hold fire. Good close range fire there. It's a lot of militia. So we're going to send in the heavy cavalry to take care of this. And then the 2 lights will come in after. I'm going to have to bypass this artillery piece so that I don't run into that. And then we're going to have the goods charge in. And the line infantry will follow in after. The hussars can go for the cannons. Did I manage to... No, I didn't actually manage to catch those bastards. Let's move up on this one right here. And now the cavalry is completely swarming this position.
Is soon to be yours.
The militia is running. Unfortunately, though, while it looks like I will be winning this battle for sure, there's high losses. Let's see if this infantry unit can go ahead and get some of those kills. I don't need the cavalry to get all of it all the time. Need to boost my infantry instead. Hold fire, and then I want everyone just to go in and get that. Actually, the lights should charge after the units over here. And let's make sure that we don't... I don't think... I don't have the troops are too tired. I'm gonna be chasing down the Dutch though, and then we will be preparing for the second battle.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
And here's the result of the battle. We deployed 6,400 against 1,600 defenders. 1,500 of the defenders lie dead, with only 150 making it out. On the upper side, we lost close to 500 men, so I still have 6,000 men left of my army. A lot of that, though, ended up being friendly fire. Close to 130 men. Actually less. Around 100, say. were friendly fire, which is kind of a lot, given that we didn't lose that many. Cavalry up top, as they were able to chase down a lot of enemy troops. I think I probably need to, as I break enemy units, I need to be able to more quickly send in my infantry to clean up, as they don't actually get that many kills from shooting, and it would be good to get some post-battle experience for them to make sure that they hold. Right, the unit retreats and sets up in the capital region. A lot of their battery or cannon advantage has been reduced. What I want to do is I want to remove, or maybe I should merge some of the units here, some of the infantry units, and then remove one, because I want to bring in the 2 howitzers. Move aside. And then let's see. And with that, we will attack. Look at that. We get the reinforcements. We bring in the 2,500 men against 3,200. But now I've got a clear advantage. 2 12-pounders and 2 howitzers. I could ask for the surrender, but I think it's better that we fight and destroy them here to really bring it home to the Dutch that they are messing with the wrong people. With that said, let's not linger here in the snow any longer and march on to capture the town. And so the battle is on the way. We're already 15 minutes into the battle, just trying to maneuver into position to fight the enemy. I have ordered Gibbon's brigade to take the house, and they have successfully done that, and they're currently fighting with the Jaegers out here, and quite a large part of the enemy formation. I've got my 12-pounder set up way back here, but the town is in the way for most of this, so the cannons have a hard time to try and find a target. I did set out the howitzer here first, hoping they would fire. However, I think that, Jesus Christ, it's already 88%. The house is not as sturdy as previous houses. I thought it'd be completely safe to set up there. Clearly not. We're ordering Gibbon's brigade to leave that immediately. Let's see now if my howitzers will be able to get some good fire off onto the enemy. Also, the house clearly didn't protect the units as much as I thought it would be. But I think a lot of the troops that died in the corner here. And then probably as the house broke down to 80%. Right, Haubitzen! Are you ready to fire, finally? I think their arc is not the normal arc. Normally they would have easily been able to do that shot I just gave them the order to do. But I think that they don't fire as in such a high arc as they normally do. Oh, we got units coming through town. What I'll do here, I think we just fired off one of the haubits, which is great. I would have liked to see more though. I'm gonna take 3 infantry and go to this side, and I'm gonna take 3 infantry to go to this side. Actually, I probably only need 2 for this side, and then we'll have 1 stationed right in the center, and then if I can get Gibbon's brigade to set up there, then now now you should have target. He's right in front of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go on, fire then, damn you. I've the hussars ready to back them up. Ooh, light dragoons right in front of my light troops. Yet they do not attack for some reason. If they had actually attacked, that could be super. Oh, it's because they're acting. They're the acting general unit for this army, forming square behind them. Hopefully, the Fusilier battalion will be saved from this. Some of Gibbon's brigade simply don't want to leave that. Okay, the howitzers are firing. However, they're not very accurate, and I mean, what's the point of a howitzer if it can't fire above the bloody houses? Right, you're probably shooting friendly unit now, so move to the side. Oh, this one's marching straight into our fire here. Can these turn to canister? Because that unit's a bit too close. And then I want the hussars to move to the side. Even though it's out of range, a few of their troops are getting shot by the canister. Wonderful, enemy broken down. Now though, you need to turn and face this one. Back to regular shot. Now that they're that close, should be quite easy to hit them, I think. The infantry here, destroyed. Move quickly up now. Maybe we can catch them as they're retreating. Is that... I saw lightning of howitzer shot. I don't know where it landed though. And I'm not entirely sure if it was their howitzer firing or if it was ours. Feels like it was most likely theirs. I want to see if I can... Oh, there we go. That's howitzer. Ooh, and another one. Where we actually hit them. But yeah, it seems like the arc of the guns are a lot more shallow. I'm gonna move the entire unit. Oh, they're coming straight here for the one unit in the middle. Cavalry units more or less broken. I'm gonna order Youngban here to continue to charge this one down, and then... Oh, they're aiming for the heavy cavalry. Majovsky was hit by enemy fire. I'm gonna have to bring in these units. Let's get the howitzer somewhere around here. I'm gonna have to bring more of these units in to actually hold a lot of these enemy units. And I might also order Gibbon's brigade to reclaim the house. Let's get the lights up here. Did you manage to chase most of them down? And then the two heavy cavalry units will set up there. The lights were done with there, so they will join the center. And since Gibbon's brigade, some members of Gibbon's brigade decide to stay in the house, I guess I'm gonna allow them to stay there. I'm gonna move up the general here, even though it's quite dangerous. These units will march through here, second grenadier, and the fourth line. Okay, Youngban pushed through and has been able to move all the way over here. However, he's isolated now, and they could potentially form threat here. However, I'm hoping that I can formalize...
Sir, our general is under attack.
Oh, they're hitting their own with the howitzers. Okay, Youngban is about to get charged by cavalry. Can I get my bloody howitzers in here? Oh, look at that. Enemy reinforcements. Maybe I should turn these guns to face that way instead. And we probably need one hussar to protect our howitzers, even though they haven't been able to fire at anything so far. They might at some point want to fire at something. You know, that mess in the center, it's all like light units. I'm gonna send in the heavy cavalry, see what I can do about that. Alright, we have counter on the enemy. Go for the Jaegers, and then Majovsky is gonna go for the militia. Youngban can sit there in square. This is quite the dangerous maneuver, since we're now getting attacked in the back here. However, I think that the push is going to break up the enemy. Right, I'm going to move them in now. I'm going to get the lights up here. You're about to give way, so I'm going to move you.
Our men are running, sir.
Hold here, and if you can move through there, that'd be nice. Cavalry is kind of stuck, but still going quite strong here. The problem is that the reinforcements that I was hoping, or to see the infantry come in and aid them after this, is not materializing. Militia just broke. My Majovsky just crushed that. My heavy cavalry just rode in and crushed.
Our men are running, sir.
Who's running now? Both the line infantry up here. My heavy cavalry is now going for the enemy guns. Alright, I want all my guns situated right here. I'll order the lights to cover this and ride these guys down. Okay, so the dragoons gave up. A little bit premature, I must say, because Majovsky just broke the rest of it. However, the dragoons did lose half their numbers. Majovsky just, together with the Falkham's dragoons, just absolutely destroyed all of it. Now the unfortunate thing is we've got enemy cavalry coming up, attacking us from behind. Of the enemy reinforcements.
Our men are running, sir.
The amount of kills Majovsky must get through this must be insane. Right, lights up. Gibbon's brigade, even though almost destroyed, with only 86 men remaining, are still going strong. And we've got so many infantry units breaking over on this side though. I should focus the artillery this way where the enemy reinforcements are coming in. Get general to sit next to them.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, look at that. Here we go. Young man is going to get some experience. First dragoons. Majovsky deal with all of that. Lights up front. Let's see if we can't get the Gibbons Brigade to switch position within the house to face these. And let's have Dragichen deal with the 6th Light Dragoons before withdrawing to the artillery. Oh, we've got the 2nd Grenadiers are back. I'm going to set them up in between the artillery. Hopefully they'll hold on. The cavalry is chasing down, making sure that no one comes back. Since we did manage to attack the actual town, it's not that important that I chase the enemy down because they'll all die anyways. Right, let's see about focusing in on this line infantry right here. Quite a few units are rallying around the general. Let's get the guns in order. Dealing with that one last reinforcement unit. Am I getting my reinforcements now? Yes. My general. And then the horse artillery. The 2 units of horse artillery will quickly ride up to this position. And they'll be able to set up a flank shot for the artillery. Alright, I'll get the hussars out of there. So it'll be the lights and Gibbon's brigade dealing with that. Actually getting all my remainder of the cavalry over here. Okay, the howitzers decided to shoot. Great! Howitzers completely useless, deciding to fire through the rest of the gun to try and hit. Well, at this point there's no point in telling them not to fire because, well, there's nothing in the way anymore because they already killed that. What a lovely way to deal with fellow artillerymen, isn't it? Great. Well, you can continue then, and to make sure, I'm going to order you two to fire on that, just to make sure that they don't fire some kind of crazy flank shot. Horse-drawn artillery is up and ready. I mean, the battle is over at this point. The main battleground has been won. I'm thinking now that I might actually go ahead and set up 40 unit armies, just seeing as though the losses on the armies that we're having in these kind of battles, and my troops retreating and so on, just because of the reinforcement isn't that great in Napoleon, the way that reinforcement's done, so we get more people on the ground right from the start and don't have to sit around waiting for them for long parts of the battle. So I think that's probably a good thing, even though there's potential that when I zoom in like this it'll be harder to get good views because they're like what's it called? The units will flicker and stuff. But there we go. We are victorious, even though we suffered quite high losses. Here's the result of the battle. We deployed about 6,000 men, lost close to 1,000. The enemy deployed 3,600. Ended up killing close to everyone, with only 43 of them remaining after the battle. Killed about 130-ish of my own men. Highest killers goes to Gibbon's brigade, actually, which goes from 2 chevrons to 7 chevrons from that battle, killing a whopping 512 enemies from their position there in the house. That is a lot. It could have been, though, because a lot of troops retreating, it could have been that a lot of it might be awarded kills. But I'm thinking, why would they award this one specifically so many? And I mean, Garde du Corps Majovsky, we know Majovsky killed a lot because he rode down everyone, basically. Same with the Hussars. We also know that I specifically sent Youngban's regiment to chase down an enemy that was fleeing, so there's no surprise that they killed that many. And so on, going down through the list. Even the general, I mean, the general is awarded 2 kills. The kills that were awarded after battle is probably not that many, what it looks like. Right, but quite surprising there. I did not expect Gibbon's brigade to kill that many. They lost 100 men, killed 500. Even crazier those Garde du Corps, of course, lost 21, killed 444. But the most important thing is that we now have reclaimed our province. Wonderful. Resupply rate is pretty poor here. This is already at a higher level than I guess I can. Or maybe I need to repair it before I can change it into a supply depot. Replenishment rate is really poor here, so I probably should do something about that. It'd take me about 2 turns to turn it into drill school, which would increase replenishment rate quite a lot. But I would need to research mass mobilization. Now, I did trade conscription from, I can't remember which country it is. We are at best 3 turns away from mass mobilization, and the power loom I'm not too interested in. University reforms could be a lot better. Do we have anything that would I would get sooner? No. So we'll go for university reforms or trade unions perhaps, because that will allow next level of Court of Appeals. So I can get more tax, and it will open up a lot of these. It'll actually increase it by 5%, which is quite a lot in potential tax income. Rather than university reforms that would improve faction-wide research point by 10 points. It doesn't say anywhere what 10 points indicates. Like, it doesn't say how much it costs to recruit or do any of this. And, you know, how do I count the points? Where 4 turn, it may be better to do that, actually. Right. We've claimed that. Corporal and gold braids, good. Wonderful, the region is under our control. Unfortunately, I don't have any spies to go ahead and check on the Dutch. It could be, though, that the Dutch at this point is... they're affluent, their power is moderate, so we are actually stronger than them and could oppose our will on them, I'm pretty sure. However, what I'm interested in doing while they're still allied with Oldenburg is actually declaring war on Oldenburg and dealing with Oldenburg in a battle before I go ahead and sign any kind of peace deal with the Dutch. And I might even go in and actually subjugate them completely, turning them into a vassal. But I'm pretty sure the Belgians might declare war on them again, and we'll have a situation similar to what we had with Sweden, where we sort of prolong, or we get a longer war, which is unnecessary. And I definitely don't want to move to get more of a border with France than I already have. So I'm not sure. We'll see about declaring war on these guys though, and that will be the target for next video. And then I'll figure out what I do with the Dutch. I can't attack them right now. We've lost too many men, and we need to replenish for quite a while. And it's winter as well, so we're definitely not moving in there. So by next time, I will have organized my troops, hopefully into 3 armies, and we will see about dealing decisive damage and taking over Oldenburg. I do note this units right here. Could be that we need to keep them under lock and key, and make sure that they don't cross the river anywhere to do anything silly. But with that, it's high time to end the episode. So we had 2 battles and we reclaimed a territory. Wonderful. And with that, on that note, I will end this episode, and I will say, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.